Howdy, folks, and welcome back to Ms. Marvel, Season 1, Episode 3, Destined. Not Destin from Stranger Things, but Destined. So last episode, I can see why those in the in the media know were given the first two episodes, access to the first two episodes for early access, for early reviews, and so forth, because they really very well explain the character. The family, the neighborhood, her passion for superheroes and for Captain Marvel in particular, the origin of her power. Well, the origin of her power, as far as we knowing that it's from this bracelet thing, this bracer. But it left all the questions about, where did it come from? Why do her genetics? Why does why does she have this sort of power that this thing just unlocked? All of that, those questions are left. So I'm guessing, starting with this episode, since the end of episode 2 was her basically being picked up by a woman who looks a lot like her great-grandmother, but is young, and the guy she was interested in, who is therefore her second cousin, third cousin, or something, in reality, maybe. So we might get answers, because she said, she's been wanting to talk to her for a long time. So I don't know what else to say. Let's get into it. Let's find out what those answers are, huh? Okay, so we're going back to before the partition, 1942, middle of World War II. There's the woman. The one in the visions, over here. Right? It's a blue. It is. It's Kree. People were talking about how this could be. They didn't want to bring in Inhumans and make it Terrigen Mist and all that stuff for her, but they still thought that they would have a Kree connection. That arm is blue. That's a Kree arm.
We have to try.
Take us back home. Her family is Kree? They didn't freak out at the blue arm. Is her family Kree? Because they have non-blue skinned Kree. That was set up in the Captain Marvel movie. That would make a real connection to Captain Marvel for her, wouldn't it?
I promise.
So is this is her great-grandmother. Is this her grandmother? Aisha. I thought Aisha was her great-grandmother. But this is the woman that was in the back of the car, and the woman she sees, right? I'm confused. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure this was the one. But she's got the name of the great-grandmother. I'm super confused now.
It was the last time we saw her.
Okay, so it was her that we saw in the cave. So I was right. And this is the one she was having the visions of. So her great-grandmother is that other woman.
Well, we.
Not Kree. From another dimension. But they don't age.
No, of course, yeah.
Are they Eternals?
We're not here by choice.
So she's not related. And he does have some kind of attraction to her, thinks she's adorable. Which may not be a romantic attraction, but they're not related. Because this other woman, it was her great-grandmother's friend or compatriot, not related to her, I don't think. She didn't say they were all family.
Unseen.
Jin?
The list goes on. But what
Jin? Oh, yeah, there it is.
commonly known as
Ghosts and their average-looking son. Look, I'm just gonna need a lot more.
Average-looking son.
I'll tell you.
I have a paper I read. I think it's by Dr. Selvig.
Perfect.
Selvig.
You reread that. Hey.
Cool.
Thank you.
What did Bruno leave for her?
Good. It's not a thing you are, Kamala. It's a thing you do.
I still have a problem with that line. I get it. But I don't think just doing good things doesn't make you a good person. I'm sorry. I don't buy that. There's something inside that makes a person want to do the right thing, and it's usually the good thing, whether people notice or not, or whether they get any satisfaction from it or not. And that's a good person. So you can't have a good person. I guess they both exist, right? People who aren't, are kind of neutral people, but do good things. And then there's good people who can do good things. And of course, there's good people, neutral people who can do bad. Neutral people who can do bad things and good people who can do bad things too. So, but there is the concept of a good person. So I that statement, good is not who you are, but good is what you do, it kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't know. A new costume. Way to go, Bruno. So, stacks. I'm actually eating stacks right now. Down in the bottom corner, you see those stacks? Look at this. Look at this. Stacks. I love stacks. What I'm snacking on right now. But I guess Bruno's family owns the place. We don't see his family. But that's why he lives upstairs, because they own it and live upstairs. Okay, I get it. I kind of thought he was maybe an orphan or something. I didn't know.
Shadows, searching for the key.
Sounds like them.
Will help them get home.
Seriously, just remember the paper?
I'm glad they brought that up, that she's actually feeling it, because the way she fell, I was like, man, she's going to be sore. So I'm glad they brought that up.
I was talking about?
Mom, have you seen
Okay.
my phone?
Uh-oh. Is she going to be mad that he said, don't worry about it for now? We'll figure it out later?
I'm not asking anymore.
Oh, boy. So the villains, at least for now, turn out to be the Jinn, the other Jinn. Her, I almost want to say family, but not. Who really want to go home. And they're going to make her do it no matter what the cost is to all of her friends and family and other people of Earth. I love how they brought Bruno in on this, too. That's awesome. I mean, he's a friend of the family, of course.
We are Brown Jovi.
Brown Jovi. Oh, that's awesome.
We also do.
You know, stick to the classics, right?
Oh, we're getting real Bon Jovi now. These guys are serious. Are we going to find out the bracelet lets her see in the dark or something? That would be great if it does.
Just help.
Oh, wow. It seemed to, like, instinctively create kind of a shield around her to protect her. I hope. There she goes. Switch from creating defensive little things, little trinkets that they bust through, to being on the offensive now.
Get Brian out there.
Oh, I swear
He's still calling him Brian.
he gets my name wrong on purpose.
I keep expecting some, like, savior to drop in, and it keeps just being more and more bad ones. Oh, there. Interestingly enough, damage control has come to save her. I still think her mother kind of knows what the bangle was and knows what's going on. Come on. Be honest with him. When you had that great talk with your mother earlier about the family always being there for you and all that. Come on. I mean, I granted your sister-in-law is there now, but tell him. Her grandmother.
Hi, Nani.
Hello, Kamala.
So going to Karachi. All right. Is there going to be a mid-credit scene here? I really wish she would tell... No. I really wish she would tell her parents. I mean, her parents aren't going to like it. But it's better than... I mean, I think if she ends up going to Karachi and her mother goes with her, she's going to find out. And I think her mother knows what the bangle was. Or at least has heard stories. And if her grandmother saw it too, does her grandmother have the other one? They said they could only find one. But maybe her grandmother somehow found another one, or somebody found another one that got into her grandmother's possession. So maybe that's why she saw the train too? Maybe? Because she's got one? And are we ever going to meet her actual great-grandmother? Because she's also a Jinn, right? She's also one of the ones from the other dimension. And I guess her her daughter, the great grandmother's daughter, or her grandmother, her Nani. I don't know if that's exactly how it's spelled or said. She'd be closest in blood, right, to the Jinn, whereas Kamala is a couple of generations removed. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, the trailers, from what I understand, I don't remember it in the trailers, but indicated that they were going to Pakistan. So I guess they're going. Next episode, maybe. I'm glad. I mean, there aren't that many episodes in these seasons anymore, and I kind of like that because things move quickly. They don't dwell in the story very long. They got introduced. The end of the last episode, we met the head Jinn, and in this episode, she's explained. She gets an explanation of what they are and what happened and where the bangle comes from. And then by the end of the episode, or halfway through the episode, it turns and they become bad guys, and there's a big fight, and they end up getting taken down by the Damage Control, which I did not expect to come and rescue Kamala. So that's awesome. In a weird, kind of ironic way. So, this episode, her brother and sister-in-law got married. Okay, great. That was just kind of a set piece anyway. It's kind of a place to be for the big fight. I love that her friend now knows, although she really should have. I mean, Bruno knew because Bruno was there, right? I mean, that's how he first found out, because he was there. So he saw it all. And he knew what happened. Her other friend, also equally best friend, I think, she chose not to tell. She chose not to tell anybody, and I really wish she would tell. She has to tell, or Bruno's going to tell her now. What's going on? Natia, right? Going to tell her what's going on. I really wish Kamala would have done it. And I really wish she'd tell her parents. But like I said, next episode, I guess her mother's going to find out. And maybe that means her father's going to find out too. But when is she going to... Are we heading to... She got the new part of the new uniform. Well, not uniform. Costume. It can't be a uniform. Uniforms are things worn by multiple people who wear the same thing uniformly. Therefore, hence the word uniform. But a costume from Bruno. So when is she gonna end up in the end of this thing being a full-fledged superhero? The kind that would team up with Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau and all that. Photon, is she gonna be No, she might be Photon. Yeah. In the Marvels movie. So a lot of fun stuff. There was a lot of smiles and some of the family moments, a lot of very tender scenes, and I love that. I love the family stuff that was being talked about, both her father to her brother, her mother to her, and then the fun at the wedding. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm sure I missed something really cool. Because I'm getting some great comments on these videos of people pointing out things that I've missed. So please continue doing that. Let me know some cool stuff that I missed on this one. I love the Bon Jovi music in the middle. It was really cool. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.